Well, we've been having a blast on the ice today. Dad and I are just putting the hammer down on some pike. We've got our limit. Surprisingly enough, we've only been out a few hours on Devil's Lake, and it's just been a blast. Using dead bait, schmelt, that we picked up at one of the local bait stores in town. One of the things I want to walk you through is how to make your own quick strike rig for dead bait. And it's pretty simple. All you're really going to need is your treble hooks. I've got a couple of different assortments of trebles here, and some ball bearing swivels, and some fluorocarbon line. I recommend for fishing pike at least, at the minimum, a 40-pound fluorocarbon. It's going to be heavy duty enough if you get a big pike on where it's going to last and you can catch that fish. You don't have to worry about losing it or having it break off on you. It's pretty simple. I'm going to walk you through how to make one. What you're going to need to do is cut 2 pieces of fluoro at about 10 inches long. And cut that in half so you got your 2 pieces. Now you take swivel, ball bearing swivel that I'm using. Go through swivel on one end, and I'm just going to tie a quick fisherman's knot. Cinch that one down. Take your other line and do the same thing through the same end of the swivel. Quick fisherman's knot. One of the nice things about this rig is if you don't have a quick strike rig in your box, normally you will have a couple of ball bearing swivels and some leader material. This also works with 7-strand stainless steel if you don't have any fluorocarbon with you. I'm going to nip off the ends just to make it look a little cleaner. Now you're going to give yourself about 4 inches on each line. You're going to tie a treble hook to each one. That's why you're giving yourself that 10 inches when you cut the pieces, just so you have that extra line for cutting it off and tying. I'm going to do a quick fisherman's knot on these 2 hooks. Pull that tight. Snip that one off. If you're in an area like Minnesota that you might have to have a lure on your line, or any other states that require a bait instead of just a straight hook, before you do this you can buy beads, add beads to it and give it a little more flash, maybe little pieces of plastic and things like that. Tie my second hook. Quick simple fisherman's knot. It's just through the eye, pinch the 2, spin it 5 to 7 times, bring it back through the loop above the hook eye, pull that tight, cut that off. Now there's your made out on the ice quick strike rig. Real simple. If you're fishing dead bait like we are today, definitely want to put a split shot just above the eye of the hook on each on each end. What that's going to do is that's going to level out that dead bait. A lot of time the Cisco's and smelt that you end up getting in the store are frozen, and the air bladder still has air in it, so the fish is going to float on its side or upside down, or try to kick from one side to the other. It'll float upwards or tail down or head down or vice versa. So by putting a split shot above each hook eye, what that's going to do is that's going to stop that fish from floating up on you, and it's going to keep it horizontal. Give you a little bit more chance of hooking a fish on something that looks natural down there, even though it is still dead bait. So just a quick little tip on how to make your own quick strike rig in the field. All you need is a ball bearing swivel, some fluorocarbon leader material, a couple of hooks, and some lead weights. You're good to go.